Today, as part of my advocacy for the youth, I visited the National Children's Hospital and the Philippine Children's Medical Center. November is National Children's Month, and yesterday, November 20, was National Children's Day. Actually, even before I became senator, I visit these hospitals because more than anyone, the children in these hospitals need all the help they can get. They are the most helpless sector in our society. And today, I clearly saw the sadness and sorrow in the faces of these innocent angels, reflecting the pain and suffering they are going through in the first few moments of their lives. Ang bigat po sa dibdib makita itong mga bata na may malulubhang sakit, leukemia, stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer. Napalabas po ako ng kwarto dahil di ko na po matake ang kalagayan ng isang bata doon. He was a 6-year-old boy suffering with stage 4 liver cancer. Excuse me. He was having a hard time breathing, even if he already had an oxygen tank assisting him. I was told that he is just waiting for his time to go, meaning he was already sentenced to death. And his parents were there to helplessly witness it all. As a father, I can just imagine what they were going through, knowing that their child already is considered as dead. Mr. President, the National Children's Hospital, a health facility for the poorest and weakest, is in dire need of our help. Kung paano naghihingalo ang mga pasyente doon, gayon din ang paghihingalo ng pasilidad at sitwasyon ng National Children's Hospital. Una, kulang na kulang po sila sa manpower. They could not handle the amount of patients that comes to them. In fact, listen to this. There is a 3-year waiting time. Ulitin ko po. Excuse me. 3-year waiting time for some of the therapies being offered to the patients. PT, OT at speech therapy. 3 years, 3 taon. Isa pong buong cycle po yan ng Kongreso. 3 taon maghintay ang isang pasyente bago siya makatikim ng therapy dito po sa National Children's Hospital. Lubos po akong humahanga sa mga doktor ng National Children's Hospital, maging sa mga nurses doon, dahil sila po ay may tuturing na tunay na mga bayani. They give more than what they are paid for, and their salaries are way below industry level. Ang 2 buwan na sweldo ng mga PT at pampublikong ospital ay kinikita lamang po nila sa 2 linggo sa private practice. Nobody wants to work in the National Children's Hospital because, of course, there are better opportunities out there. Pero dahil sa pagmamahal at malasakit sa mga bata at pamilya doon, ang mga frontliners ng NCH ay natitiis. It is true patriotism at work. Second, the facilities are also below standard. The building is dilapidated. Ang mga pagtakip nila sa bintana ay plywood. Basag-basag po yung mga bintana at plywood po ang pantakip. Pwedeng pasukin ng alikabok, usok at lamok. Ang napakainit po ng mga kwarto. Walang tamang ventilation. Imbis na gumaling ang mga bata, mas lalo pa sila magkakasakit. Excuse me po. Excuse me, Mr. President. The equipment that they have are outdated and lacking. What kind of parents are we to these children? Their therapy rooms are very small. Just imagine po, kung nakikita nyo po, yan. Halos kalahati lang po yan ng public CR po natin dito sa Senado. How can several children have adequate therapy if they are cramped? According to the doctors there, ideally, the entire floor should be for therapy. But they're reduced to that 1 room for all patients. So instead of getting therapy 2 to 3 times a week at the hospital, the parents are just instructed to continue the therapy at home. Ang nangyari, do it yourself. Ang medical attention na nabibigay sa mga bata. Mr. President, The situation of the National Children's Hospital when I visited them before I became a senator has not improved. Lalong lumala pa po. I'm wondering what has happened to their budget. Their budget has increased, but is it being spent well? Will it be spent well? I want to know that we are watching what they will do with the budget of the National Children's Hospital. Actually, hindi naman po talaga nag-increase ang budget ng National Children's Hospital. On the other hand, I would like to commend the Philippine Children's Medical Center for the service that they are giving the children. There is even an ongoing construction to expand the facilities. I salute the management of PCMC. They're on the right track. And so I would like to highlight the stark contrast between the two hospitals. The fact that PCMC is doing a good job, there's something wrong with the system of the National Children's Hospital. Actually, there's nothing wrong with the system of the National Children's Hospital. What is wrong is the way the government handles this hospital, the way that the kind of help this hospital is being treated, the way the kind of help that they must receive from the government. I think that's what the problem is. I would like to call on the DOH to strengthen the education of parents, particularly mothers, when it comes to parental and pregnancy health care. Bilang kulang po tayo sa resources upang maalagaan ng mga batang may sakit at top priority would be prevention. We should double the information campaign for mothers regarding their lifestyle and diet when pregnant to prevent ailments caused by poor health during pregnancy. Ang laking pera po matitipid ng mga Pilipino kung ang mga sakit ng mga kabataan ay mapipigilan. And I would like to echo the advocacy of our dear Senator Pia Cayetano for breastfeeding. This is the number one defense of our children against sickness because it is the best source of immunization for the newborn. While we have programs already for breastfeeding education, we must make sure that illness are implemented in the barangay level para makarating talaga sa ating mga nanay pati sa mga tatay na nag-aalalay sa ating mga breastfeeding mothers. At bago po ako magtapos ng aking talumpati, pagdating po sa period of amendments, I will request na bawasan po ang budget ng DNR na meron pong 12 billion pesos ang Office of the Secretary at 2 billion doon akin pong ilalakad at ilalaban na may transfer po sa Philippine National Children's Hospital na mas nangangailangan ng tulong. Sana po ang ating mga taga DOH, ang ating mga taga DBM, at maging ang ating mga otoridad, my esteemed colleagues in Congress and Senate, I invite you to visit this hospital. Dahil, nung makausap ko po sila, wala raw pong nagbibisita sa kanila ng mga opisyal ng gobyerno. Marami na pong bumibisita sa Philippine Children Medical Center. Marami pong sumusuporta doon. As a matter of fact, I was told na recently they received 100 million pesos assistance fund from the government. Meron silang malasakit center. In fact, my brother, Secretary Erwin Tulfo, before he became secretary, nag-donate na 4 million pesos. Marami po mga donor ang PCMC, which I really appreciate. Pero sa National Children's Hospital, wala. Ilang secretary na po ang nagpalit-palit sa ating gobyerno, ni isang DOH secretary, wala raw pong pumunta roon para bumisita. Para makita sana nila ang tunay na kalagayan ng mga pasyente doon. Wala raw pong bumibisita mga taga-gobyerno. Dahil ba, ito isang maliit lamang na ospital, dahil ba ang pupunta rito mga anak ng mga pinakamahirap na tao sa Pilipinas, the poorest of the poor. I challenge the DOH, the DBM, and all my esteemed colleagues. Sana po, kung meron kayong panahon, bisitahin niyo po para makita niyo naman po kung gaano kalunos-lunos ang kalagayan ng mga pasyente doon. Like I already said sa speech ko kanina, hindi ko po kinaya, halos mapaiyak po ako nung pumasok po ako sa isang ward and I saw this kid, 6 years old, dying already sentenced to death, stage 4 cancer. Kaawa po. At makikita ko po, yung dingding nila, butas-butas. Tumutulo. Ang bintana, God. Basag ang bintana at ang ipinagpalit sa halip na papalitan ng salamin, plywood po ang ipinalit. At yung ibang bintana na talaga hindi na maremedyohan, nilagyan po ng kurtina, na kurtina pinaglipasan ng panahon na hindi pa napaglabhan. Ganun po kawa-awa yung National Children's Hospital. That's why inuulit ko po, ipaglalaban ko po na bawasan ang budget ng DNR na para sa akin maraming pagkukulang. 10 billion para sa Office of the Secretary and 2 billion support for the operation. Another 2 billion which is 12 billion. So 2 billion po ang dapat mabawas sa DNR at yan po ay may transfer sa National Children's Hospital na mas nangangailangan po ng tulong dahil dito po yung mga inosenteng anghel ang dapat natin matulungan sa perang yan. And I call upon my colleagues here in the Senate to please support me with this advocacy that I have now na para mabudgetan po itong National Children's Hospital. I thank you, Mr. President.